First Chronicles 1. Adam, Seth, Enosh, I guess that's Enoch, Kenan, Mahalalel, Jared, Enoch, Methuselah, Lamech, Noah, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. The sons of Japheth, Gomer, Magog, Madai, Javan, Tubal, Meshech, and Tyrus. The sons of Gomer, Ashkenaz, Diphath, and Togarmah. The sons of Javan, Elisha, Tarshish, Kittim, and Rodanim. Yeah, I can't even blame y'all for wanting to skip this this book because it's just gonna be a bunch of names for the most part. The sons of Ham, Cush, Mizraim, Put, and Canaan. The sons of Cush, Seba, Havilah, Sabta, Ra'ama, and Sabteka. The sons of Ra'ama, Sheba, and Dedan. And Cush begot Nimrod. He was the first to be a mighty man on earth. Damn mosquitoes. Mizraim begot Ludim, Anamim, Lehabim, Naphtuhim, Pathruzim, Kasluhim, from whom the Philistines came forth, and Kephtarim. Y'all got a lot of eames in there. Canaan begot Zidon, his firstborn, and Heth, the Jebusite, the Amorite, the Girgashite, the Hivite, the Arkite, the Sinite, the Arvadite, the Zemarite, and the Hamathite. The sons of Shem, Elam, Ashur, Arphaxad, Lud, and Aram, Uz, Hul, Gether, and Meshech. Arphaxad begot Shelah, and Shelah begot Eber. And to Eber were born two sons. The name of the first one was Peleg, which means division. For in his days the earth was divided. I guess that means I guess that's talking about what's it called? Pangea. When all the continents split. And the name of his brother was Joktan. Joktan begot Amadad, Shelef, Hazarmatheth, Hazar-Maveth, Jerah, Hadaram, Uzal, Dikla, Ebal, Abimael, Sheba, Ophir, Havilah, Jobab. All these were the sons of Joktan. Shem, Arphaxad, Shelah, Eber, Peleg, Reu, Serug, Nahor, Terah, Abram, who is Abraham. The sons of Abraham, Ishak and Ishmael. These are their generations. Ishmael's firstborn, Nebaioth, Kedar, Adbeel, Mibsam, Mishma, Duma, Massa, Hadad, Tamar, Jator, Naphish, and Kedem. These are the sons of Ishmael. Well, I wonder where his mind was at. Couldn't name his son Massa. Damn, what was I? Oh, yeah. The sons of Keturah, Abraham's concubine. She bore Zimran, Jokshan, Medan, Midian, Ishbak, and Shua. The sons of Jokshan, Sheba, and Dedan. The sons of Midian, Ephah, Epher, Enoch, Abida, and Elda'ah. All these were the descendants of Keturah. Abraham begot Ishak, the sons of Ishak, Esau, and Yasharal. The sons of Esau, Eliphaz, Reuel, Jeush, Jalam, and Korah. The sons of Eliphaz, Timan, Omar, Zephi, Gatam, Kenaz, Timnah, and Amalek. The sons of Reuel, Nahath, Zerah, Shammah, and Mizah. The sons of Seir, Lotan. Hold up, let me read this side note real quick. Okay. Sons of Seir, Lotan, Shobal, Zibeon, Anah, Dishon, Ezer, and Dishan. The sons of Lotan, Hori, and Homam. Lotan's sister was Timnah. The sons of Shobal, Alien, or is that Alien? Manahath, Ebal, Shafi, and Onam. The sons of Zibeon, Aya, and Anna. The sons of Anna, Dishon. The sons of Dishon, Hamran, Eshban, Ithran, and Charan. The sons of Ezer, Bilhan, Zaavan, and Jakan. The sons of Dishon, Uz, and Aran. Now these are the kings who reigned in the land of Edom before a king reigned over the children of Yasharal. Bela, son of Beor, and the name of his city was Dinhaba. Bela died, and Jobab, son of Zerah, and Basra reigned in his place. Jobab died, and Husham of the land of the Temanites reigned in his place. Husham died, and Hadad, son of Bedad, who defeated Midian in the field of Moab, reigned in his place, and the name of his city was Avith. Hadad died, and Samlah of Masrekah reigned in his place. Samlah died, and Shaul of Rehoboth Nahar reigned in his place. Shaul died, and Baal Hanan, son of Akbor, reigned in his place. Baal Hanan died, and Hadad reigned in his place, and the name of his city was Pai. His wife's name was Mehetabel, the daughter of Matred, the daughter of Me-Zahab. Hadad died. The chiefs of Edom were then the chief of Timnah, the chief of Alva, the chief of Jetheth, the chief of Aholibama, the chief of Elah, the chief of Binah, the chief of Kenaz, the chief of Tamar, the chief of Mibzar, the chief of Magdiel, and the chief of Aram. These were the chiefs of Edom. This motherfucking mosquito keep flying. Hold up. Let me kill this motherfucker real quick. They want to sneak on me when I'm reading. You know, mosquitoes gotta be an abomination, man. I don't believe they real, man. Shit, they creating ones today. All right, chapter 2. These were this motherfucker right here. Once I start reading, hold up. These were the sons of Yasharal: Reuben, Simeon, Levi, Judah, Issachar, Zebulun, Dan, Joseph, Benjamin, Naphtali, Gad, and Asher. The sons of Judah: Onan, and Shelah, the three who were born to him from the daughter of Shua, the Canaanitess. Judah's firstborn, was evil in the eyes of Yahweh, and he caused him to die. Tamar, his daughter-in-law, bore Judah, Perez, and Zerah. All the sons of Judah were thus 5. The sons of Perez: Hezron and Hamu. The sons of Zerah: Zimri, Ethan, Heman, Kalkol, and Dara, 5 in all. And the sons of Carmi: Akar, the troubler of Yasharal, who transgressed the ban. The sons of Ethan: Azariah. The sons of Hezron, who were born to him: Jeramiel, Ram, and Chelubai. Ram begot Aminadab. Aminadab begot Nashon, the leader of the sons of Judah. Nashon begot Salma. Salma begot Boaz. Boaz begot Obed, and Obed begot Jesse. Jesse begot his firstborn, Eliab, Abinadab the second, Shemaiah the third, Nathanael the fourth, Radai the fifth, Ozem the sixth, and David the seventh. David was the seventh. It's a holy number too. Their sisters were Zeruiah and Abigail. The sons of Zeruiah, Abishai, Joab, and Asahel, 3 in all. Abigail bore Amasa. The father of Amasa was Jether, the Ishmaelite. Caleb, son of Hezron, fathered children by Azubah, his wife, and by Jerioth. These are her sons, Jasher, Shobab, and Ardon. When Azubah died, Caleb married Ephrath, who bore him Hur. Hur begot Uri, and Uri begot Bezalel. Oh, somebody else hopped in the room and just straight dipped. I feel you. Afterwards, Hezron consorted with the daughter of Machir, Gilead's father, whom he married when he was 60 years old, and she bore him Segub. Segub begot Jair, who had 23 cities in the land of Gilead. But Geshur and Aram took Havoth Jair from them, Kenath and its surrounding towns, 60 cities. All these belonged to the sons of Machir, Gilead's father. After Hezron died, and Caleb Ephrathah, Hezron's wife bore him Ashur, father of Tekoa. The sons of Jerahmeel, Hezron's firstborn, were Ram the firstborn, Buna, Oran, Ozem, and Ahijah. Jerahmeel had another wife whose name was... I'm gonna need to get somebody to hire. I'm gonna need to hire somebody to keep these mosquitoes off me while I try to read, man. They love my blood for some reason. I could be in a whole damn group of people and they'll be coming at my ass. Shalom. I'm in First Chronicles 2, verse 26. Atzarah, she was the mother of Onam. I wonder if that's the same word for crown. Atzarah. The sons of Ram, Jerahmeel's firstborn, were Maaz, Jamin, and Aker. The sons of Onam were Shammai and Jada. The sons of Shammai, Nadab and Abishur. The name of Abishur's wife was Abihail, and she bore him Aban and Molid. The sons of Nadab, Seled and Apaim. Seled died childless. The sons of Apaim, Ishi. The sons of Ishi, Shishan. The sons of Shishan, Alai. The sons of Jada, Shammai's brother, Jether and Jonathan. Jether died childless. The sons of Jonathan, Peleth and Zaza. These were the sons of Jerahmeel. Shishan had no sons but only daughters. Shishan had an Egyptian servant whose name was Jarrah. Shishan gave his daughter to his servant Jarrah for a wife, and she bore him Attai. Attai begot Nathan. Nathan begot Zabad. Zabad begot Ephlah. Ephlah begot Obed. Obed begot Jehu. Jehu begot Azariah. Azariah begot Helez. Helez begot Eleasah. Eleasah begot Sisamah. Sisamah begot Shalom. Shalom begot Jechamiah. And Jechamiah begot Elishama. The sons of Caleb, Jerahmeel's brother, Meshnah, his firstborn, who was the father of Zeph, and the sons of Maresha, the father of Hebron. The sons of Hebron, Korah, Tapua, Rechem, and Shema. Shema begot Raham, the father of Jorkiam, and Rechem begot Shammai. Shammai's son was Mayon. Mayon was the founder of Beth Zur. Ephah, Caleb's concubine, bore Haran, Moza, and Gazez, and Haran begot Gazez. The sons of Jedi, Regem, Jotham, Gesham, Pelet, Ephah, and Sha'af. Ma'aka, Caleb's concubine, bore Shabir and Terhana. She bore also Sha'af, the founder of Madmana, and Shiva, the founder of Machbena and the founder of Gibeah. Caleb's daughter was Aksa. These were the descendants of Caleb, the son of Hur, the firstborn of Ephrathah. Shobal, father of Kiriath Jearim, Salma, the founder of Bethlehem, Hareph, the founder of Beth Gader, Shobal, Shobal, the father of Kiriath Jearim, or the father of Kiriath Jearim. Hold on, why did I name it twice? Oh, never mind. It's expounded on him. Shobal, the father of Kiriath Jearim, had sons, Harohe and Hazi Hamenuhoth. The families of Kiriath Jearim, the Ithrite, the Puthite, the Shumathite, and the Mishrite, the Zorathite, and the Eshtaolite were descended from them. The sons of Salma, the people of Bethlehem, the Taphathite, Aroth, Beth Joab, half of the Manahathite, and the Zorite, and the families of scribes who dwelt at Jabez, Tirathites, Shemaathites, and Sukathites. These were the Kenites who descended from Hamath, the father of the house of Rechab. Chapter 3. These were the sons of David who were born to him in Hebron. The firstborn, Amnon, by Ahinoam of Jezreel. The second, Daniel, by Abigail of Carmel. The third, Absalom, the son of Maacah, daughter of Talmai, king of Geshur. The fourth, Adonijah, the son of Haggith. The fifth, Shephatiah by Abital. The sixth, Ithream by his wife Eglah. These six were born to him in Hebron. He reigned there 7 years and 6 months, and in Jerusalem reigned 33 years. These were born to him in Jerusalem: Shemaiah, Shobab, Nathan, and Solomon. 4 sons by Bathshua, the daughter of Amiel, and Ibhar, Elishama. Eliphalet, Nogai, Nepheg, Japhia, Elishama, Eliada, and Eliphalet, 9 in all. These were all the sons of David, besides the sons of the concubines, and Tamar their sister. Solomon's son was Rehoboam. Abijah was his son. Asa was his son. Jehoshaphat was his son. Joram was his son. Ahaziah was his son. Joash was his son. Amaziah was his son. Azariah was his son. Jotham was his son. Ahaz was his son. Hezekiah was his son. Manasseh was his son. Amon was his son. Josiah was his son. The son of Josiah, the firstborn, Johanan. The second, Jehoiakim. The third, Zedekiah. The fourth, Shallum. The sons of Jehoiakim: Jeconiah his son, and Zedekiah his son. The sons of Jeconiah: Asir, Sheltiel his son, Malchraim, Pedaiah, Shenazar, Jechemiah, Hoshama, and Nedabiah. The sons of Pedaiah: Zerubbabel and Shema. The sons of Zerubbabel: Meshullam and Hananiah, and Shelomith their sister, and Hashubah, Ohel, Berechiah, Hasadiah, Jushab Hesed, 5 in all. The sons of Hananiah: Pelatiah and Jeshiah. His son was Raphiah. His son was Onan. His son was Obadiah. His son was Shechaniah. The children of Shechaniah: Shemaiah and the sons of Shemaiah: Hattush, Igal, Bariah, Neariah, and Shaphat, 6 in all. The sons of Neariah: Elionai, Hezekiah, and Azrikam, 3 in all. The sons of Elionai: Hodaviah, Eliashib, Peliah, Akub, Johanan, Daliah, and Anani, 7 in all. Chapter 4, Shalom. The sons of Judah: Perez, Hezron, Carmi, Hur, and Shobal. Reiah, son of Shobal, begot Jahath, and Jahath begot Ahumai and Lahad. These are the families of the Zorathites. These were the fathers of Atam: Jezreel, Ishma, and Idbash, and the name of their sister was Haslelponi. Penuel was the father of Gedor, and Ezer was the father of Hushah. These were all descendants of Hur, the firstborn of Ephrathah, the father of Bethlehem. Ashur, the founder of Tekoa, had two wives, Hilah and Naarah. Naarah bore him Ahuzam, Hefer, Temeni, and Haahashtari. These were the sons of Naarah, the sons of Helah, Zareph, Zohar, and Ethnan. Koz begot Anub and Zobeba, and the families of Aharhel, son of Harun. Jabez was more honorable than his brothers. His mother called his name Jabez, saying, because I bore him with pain. Jabez called out to Elohim of Yasharal, saying, if you bless me and expand my borders, and your hand is with me, and you keep me from harm, that I not be saddened. And Elohim granted him that which he requested. Let me turn this light on real quick. What's that? Verse 11. Shalub, the brother of Shua, begot Mehir, who was the father of Eshton. Eshton begot Bethrapha, Paseah, and Tahina, the father of the city of Nahash. These were the men of Rekah, the sons of Kenaz, Othniel, and Sariah, the sons of Othniel, Hathath. Meonathai begot Ophrah. Sariah begot Joab, the founder of Geharashim, which is the valley of artisans, so called because they were artisans. The sons of Caleb, son of Jephunneh, Eru, Elah, and Naam. The sons of Elah, Kenaz. The sons of Jehalalel, Zeph, Zepha, Syria, and Asariel. The sons of Ezra, Jether, Mered, Epher, and Jalon. His wife bore Miriam, Shammai, and Ishba, the father of Eshtemoa, while his Jewish wife bore Jared, the father of Gedor, and Heber, the father of Sokol, and Jekuthiel, the father of Zanoah. These are the sons of Bethiah, the daughter of Pharaoh, whom Mered married. The sons of Hodiah's wife, Naham's sister, the father of Kaliah the Garmite, and Eshtemoa the Maakathite. The sons of Shimon, Amnon, Rena, Ben-Hanan, and Silon. The sons of Ishi, Zoheth, and Ben-Zoheth. The sons of Shelah, sons of Judah, the father of Lekah, and Ladah, the father of Maresha, the families of the linen factory of the house of Ashbea. Joachim, the man of Kozeba, Joash, Sharaf, who had dominion over Moab, and Jashubi Lehem. These are ancient traditions. They were the potters who dwelled in Netaim and Gadara. They resided there in the service of the king. The sons of Simeon, Nemuel, Jamin, Jarib, Zorah, and Shaul. Shaul's son was Shalom. Mibsam was his son. Mishma was his son. The sons of Mishma, Hamuel his son, Zakur his son, and Shammai his son. Shammai had 16 sons and 6 daughters, but his brothers did not have many children. The whole family did not multiply as much as the children of Judah. They dwelt at Beersheba, Molada, Hazar Shual, Bilhah, Ezim, Tolad, Bethuel, Ramah, Ziklag, Beth Markaboth, Hazar Susim, Beth Beri, and Sha'araim. These were their cities until David reigned. Their villages were Elam, Ain, Ramon, Token, Ashan, 5 cities, with all their villages that were around these cities up to Baal. These were their habitations and their relationships to them. Meshobab, Jamlech, Joshua, son of Amaziah, Joel, Jehu, son of Joshabiah, son of Sariah, son of Asiel, Elionai, Jaakabah, Jeshoiah, Asaiah, Adiel, Jesamiel, Benaiah, Ziza, son of Shaphi, son of Alon, son of Jediah, son of Shimri, son of Shemaiah. These mentioned by name were leaders in their families, and their fathers' houses increased greatly. So they went to the approach of Gedor, to the east of the valley, to seek pasture for their flocks. They found rich and good pasture, and the land was wide open, quiet and peaceful, because people of Ham had always lived there. Then these people who have been recorded by name came in the days of Hezekiah, king of Judah, and attacked their tents and the dwellings that were found there, annihilating them to this day, and settling in their place, for there was pasture there for their flocks. Also, some of them of the sons of Simeon, 500 men went to Mount Seir, with Pelatiah, Neariah, Raphiah, and Uziel, the sons of Ishi, at their head. They smote the remnant of the Amalekites, who had survived and dwelt there up to this day. Chapter 5. The sons of Reuben, the firstborn of Yasharal. He was the firstborn, but when he defiled his father's bed, his birthright was given to the sons of Joseph, son of Yasharal, although not to receive the hereditary right of the firstborn. For Judah prevailed over his brothers, and the ruler was to come from him, but the firstborn's portion was Joseph's. The sons of Reuben, the firstborn of Yasharal, Hanok, Palu, Hezron, and Carmi. The sons of Joel, Shemaiah was his son, Gog was his son, Shammai was his son, Micah was his son, Raiah was his son, Baal was his son, Beerah was his son, whom Telegath Pilnessar, king of Assyria, exiled. He was the leader of the Reubenites. His brothers by their families, when their genealogy was recorded according to their generations. Jehiel the chief, Zechariah and Bela, son of Azaz, son of Shema, son of Joel, who settled around Aroer up to Nebo and Baal Mayon, and settled eastward up to the approach of the wilderness from the Euphrates River. For their flocks had become numerous in the land of Gilead. So in the days of Saul they waged war against the Hagrites, who fell into their hands, and they occupied their tents all across the eastern side of Gilead. And opposite them the children of Gad settled in the land of Bashan up to Salcah. Joel was their leader. Shapham was second in command, and Ja'anai and Shaphat were in Bashan. Their kinsmen of their fathers' families: Michael, Meshulam, Sheba, Jerai, Jachan, Zaiah, and Eber, 7 in all. All these were the sons of Abihail, son of Huri, son of Jeroah, son of Gilead, son of Michael, son of Jeshashai, son of Jado, son of Buz. Ahi, son of Abdiel, son of Guni, was the leader of their father's family. They settled in Gilead, in Bashan, and in its towns, and in all the open areas of Sharon, in their far-flung territory. All these had their genealogies recorded in the days of Jotham, king of Judah, and in the days of Jeroboam, king of Yasharal. The sons of Reuben, the Gadites, and the half-tribe of Manasseh, 44,760 brave men of their warriors, men bearing shield and sword, who were archers and skillful in war, waged war against the Hagrites, against Jetur, Shaphish, and Nodab. They were helped against them, and the Hagrites and all those who were with them were delivered into their hand, for they cried out to Elohim in the battle, and he heard their prayers because they put their trust in him. They plundered their livestock, 50,000 of their camels, 250,000 sheep, and 2,000 donkeys, and 100,000 men. For many were slain because the war was from Elohim. Then they settled in their place until the exile. The children of the half-tribe of Manasseh lived in the land from Bashan up to Baal, Hermon, and Sinir, and Mount Hermon, for they were numerous. These were the heads of their fathers' families: Epher, Ishi, Eliel, Azriel, Jeremiah, Hodaviah, Jadiel, mighty warriors, men of fame, and heads of their fathers' families. But they betrayed the Elohim of their fathers and went astray after the gods of the peoples of the land, whom Elohim had destroyed before them. So the Elohim of Yasharal stirred up the spirit of Pul, king of Assyria, and the spirit of Tiglath-Pileser, king of Assyria. And he led away the Reubenites, the Gadites, and half the tribe of Manasseh into exile, transporting them to Halah, Habor, and Hara, and to the river Gozan until this day. The sons of Levi, Gershon, Kohath, and Merari. The sons of Kohath, Amram, Izhar, Hebron, and Uziel. The children of Amram, Aaron, Moses, and Miriam. The sons of Aaron, Nadab, Abihu, Eleazar, and Ithamar. Eleazar begot Phinehas, Phinehas begot Abishua, Abishua begot Buki, Buki begot Uzi, Uzi begot Zerahiah, Zerahiah begot Marioth, Marioth begot Amariah, Amariah begot Ahitub, Ahitub begot Zadok, and Zadok begot Ahimaaz. Ahimaaz begot Azariah, Azariah begot Johanan, Johanan begot Azariah. He is the one who served as Kohen in the temple that Solomon built in Jerusalem. Azariah begot Amariah, Amariah begot Ahitub, Ahitub begot Zadok, Zadok begot Shalom, Shalom begot Hilkiah, Hilkiah begot Azariah, Azariah begot Sariah, and Sariah begot Jehozadak. Jehozadak left when Yahweh led Judah and Jerusalem into exile through the hand of Nebuchadnezzar. Chapter 6. The sons of Levi, Gershom, Kohath, and Merari. These are the names of the sons of Gershom, Libni, and Shema. The sons of Kohath, Amram, Izhar, Hebron, and Uziel. The sons of Merari, Mali, and Mushi. These are the families of the Levites according to their fathers. For Gershom, Libni was his son, Jahath was his son, Zimna was his son, Johar was his son, Edo was his son, Zerah was his son, Jeatheriah was his son. The sons of Kohath, Aminadab was his son, Korah was his son, Asir was his son, Elkanah was his son, and Abiasaph was his son, and Asir was Abiasaph's son. Tahath was his son, Uriel was his son, Uzziah was his son, and Shaul was his son. The sons of Elkanah, Amasai, whose son was Ahimoth, whose son was Elkanah. The sons of Elkanah, Zophai was his son, Nahath was his son, Eliab was his son, Jeroham was his son, Elkanah was his son. The sons of Samuel, the firstborn Joel, and the second Abiah. The sons of Merari, Mali, Libni was his son, Shemaiah was his son, Uzzah was his son, Shemaiah was his son, Haggiah was his son, Asaiah was his son. These are the men whom David appointed over the song in the temple of Yahweh, after the ark had come to rest. They ministered with song before the tabernacle of the tent of meeting until Solomon built the temple of Yahweh in Jerusalem, when they carried on with their service, according to their charge. These are the ones who stood in service with their children, of the sons of the Kohathites. Heman the singer, the son of Joel, son of Samuel, son of Elkanah, son of Jeroham, son of Eliel, son of Toa, son of Zuph, son of Elkanah, son of Mahath, son of Amasai, son of Elkanah, son of Joel, son of Azariah, son of Zephaniah, son of Tahath, son of Asir, son of Abiasaph, son of Korah, son of Izhar, son of Kohath, son of Levi, son of Yasharal, and his kinsman Asaph, who stood on his right. Asaph, son of Berechiah, son of Shemaiah, son of Michael, son of Baaseiah, son of Malchijah, son of Ethni, son of Zerah, son of Adiah, son of Ethan, son of Zimmah, son of Shammah, son of Jahath, son of Gershom, son of Levi. And their kinsmen, the sons of Merari, stood on the left. Ethan, son of Kishi, son of Abdi, son of Maluk, son of Hashabiah, son of Azariah, son of Hilkiah, son of Amzi, son of Bani, son of Shemer, son of Mali, son of Mushi, son of Merari, son of Levi. Their brother Levites were appointed over the entire service of the tabernacle of the temple of Elohim. Aaron, and his sons offered sacrifices on the altar of the burnt offering and on the incense altar, caring for all the labor of the Holy of Holies and atoning for Yasharol, according to all that Moses, the servant of Elohim, had commanded. These are the sons of Aaron. Eleazar was his son, Phinehas was his son, Abishua was his son, Buki was his son, Uzi was his son, Zebahiah was his son, Marioth was his son, Amariah was his son, Ahitub was his son, Zadok was his son, Ahimaaz was his son. These are the dwelling places for the sons of Aaron of the Kohathite family, according to their towns throughout their borders, for the lottery fell upon them. They gave them Hebron in the land of Judah, and the outlying areas around it. But the fields of the city and its villages were given to Caleb, son of Jephunneh. The sons of Aaron were given the cities of refuge: Hebron, Libnah with its outlying area, Jatir and Eshtemoa with their open areas, Helez with its open areas, Debir with its open areas, Asham with its open areas, and Beth Shemesh with its open areas. And from the tribe of Benjamin, they were given Gabal with its open areas, Alimeth with its open areas, Anathoth with its open areas. All their cities for their families were 13 cities. The remaining sons of Kohath of the family of that tribe were given 10 cities by lottery out of the half portion of the half of the tribe of Manasseh. The sons of Gershom, according to their families, 13 cities from the tribe of Issachar, the tribe of Asher, the tribe of Naphtali, and the tribe of Manasseh in Bashan. The sons of Merari, according to their families, from the tribe of Reuben, the tribe of Gad, and the tribe of Zebulun by lottery, 12 cities. The children of Yasharal gave these cities to the Levites with their open areas. They gave by lottery these cities, which have been mentioned by name, from the tribe of the children of Judah, the tribe of the children of Simeon, and the tribe of the children of Benjamin. For some of the families of the sons of Kohath, the cities of the territory came from the tribe of Ephraim. They gave them the cities of refuge, Shechem and Mount Ephraim, with its open areas, and Gezer with its open areas, and Jokmeam with its open areas, Beth Horon with its open areas, Aijalon with its open areas, and Gath Rimmon with its open areas. And from half the tribe of Manasseh, Aner with its open areas, and Bileam with its open areas, for the remaining family of the sons of Kohath. To the sons of Gershom, from the family of the half tribe of Manasseh, Golan and Bashan with its open areas, and Ashtaroth with its open areas. And from the tribe of Issachar, Kadesh with its open areas, Dabereth with its open areas, Ramoth with its open areas, and Anam with its open areas. And from the tribe of Asher, Mashor with its open areas, Abdon with its open areas, Hukot with its open areas, and Rehob with its open areas. And from the tribe of Naphtali, Kadesh and Galilee with its open areas, Haman with its open areas, and Kiriathaim with its open areas. The remaining sons of Merari from the tribe of Zebulun, Ramono with its open areas, and Tabor with its open areas. And on the bank of the Jordan by Jericho, east of the Jordan, from the tribe of Reuben, Bezer in the wilderness with its open areas, Jaza with its open areas, Kedemoth with its open areas, and Mephaath with its open areas. And from the tribe of Gad, Ramoth and Gilead with its open areas, Mahanaim with its open areas, Heshbon with its open areas, and Jazer with its open areas. Chapter 7. Shalom, everybody. The sons of Issachar, Tola, Pua, Jashub, and Shimron, 4 and 0. The sons of Tola, Uzi, Raphiah, Jeriel, Jamai, Ibsam, and Shemuel, heads of their fathers' families of Tola, mighty warriors throughout their generations. Their number in the days of David was 22,600. The sons of Uzi, Izrahiah. The sons of Izrahiah, Michael, Obadiah, Joel, and Ashiah, all five of them leaders. Among them, among their descendants, according to their fathers' families, were troops of an army for battle, 36,000 men, for they had many wives and children. Their brothers, among all the families of Issachar, were mighty warriors, 87,000. All had their genealogical lists. Of Benjamin, Bela, Becher, and Jediel, three in all. The sons of Bela, Esbon, Uzi, Uziel, Jerimoth, and Eri, five in all. They were heads of their fathers' families, mighty warriors. Their genealogical list showed 22,034. The sons of Becher, Samira, Joash, Eleazar, Elionai, Omri, Jerimoth, Abijah, Anathoth, and Alameth. All these were the sons of Becher. According to the genealogical list of their descendants, there were 20,200 heads of fathers' families, mighty warriors. The sons of Jediel, Bilhan, the sons of Bilhan, Jeush, Benjamin, Ehud, Chenaanah, Zethan, Tharshish, and Ahishahar. All these were the sons of Jediel by the heads of their fathers' families, mighty warriors, 17,200 soldiers for battle. Shupim and Hupim were the sons of Ir. Hushim the sons of Aher, the sons of Naphtali, Jaziel, Guni, Jazer, and Shalom, the sons of Bilhah, the descendants of Manasseh, Azriel, whom Gilead's wife bore. His Aramean concubine bore Machir, the father of Gilead. Machir took a wife from the family of Hupim and Shupim, whose sister's name was Ma'akah. The name of a second descendant of Manasseh was Zelophehad. Zelophehad had only daughters. Ma'akah, Machir's wife, bore a son whom she called Peresh, and his brother's name was Sheresh. His sons were Ulam and Rakim. The sons of Ulam, Bedan. These were the sons of Gilead, son of Machir, son of Manasseh. His sister, the governor, bore Ishhar, Abiezer, and Mala. The sons of Shemida were Ahian, Shechem, Leki, y'all got some weird names, and Aniam. The sons of Ephraim, Shuthila, his son Bered, and his son Zahath. Eliada was his son, Zahath was his son, Zabad was his son, Shuthila was his son, as well as Azer and Eliad. The men of Gath, who were born in the land, killed them because they had come down to take away their flocks. Ephraim, their father, mourned for them many days, though his brother came to comfort him. He consorted with his wife, and she conceived and bore a son. He called his name Bariah, which means with misfortune, because she was in his house at a time of misfortune. His daughter was She'erah. She built lower and upper Beth Horon and Uzen She'erah. Rapha was his son. Resheph and Telah were his sons. Tahan was his son. Ladam was his son. Amihud was his son. Elishama was his son. Non was his son. Joshua was his son. Their homeland and dwelling places were Bethel and its towns, Naaran to the east, Gezer to the west and its towns, Shechem and its towns, up to Ayah and its towns, adjacent to the children of Manasseh's cities, Beth Shean and its towns, to Anak and its towns, Megiddo and its towns, and Dor and its towns. The children of Joseph, son of Yasharal, settled in them. The sons of Asher, Imnah, Ishva, Ishvi, and Bariah, and Sarah their sister, Sarah. The sons of Bariah, Heber and Malchiel, who was the founder of Berzaith. Heber begot Japhlet, Shomer, and Hotham, and Shua their sister. The sons of Japhlet, Pasak, Bimhal, and Asvath. These were the children of Japhlet. The sons of Shamir, Ahi, Roga, Huba, and Aram. The sons of his brother Helem, Zophah, Imnah, Shelesh, and Amai. Or was that Amal? I can't see right now. Yeah, Amal. The sons of Zophah, Sua, Harnefer, Shual, Bari, Imra, Bezer, Ho, Shama, Shilsha, Ithran, and Be'era. The sons of Jether, Jephune, Pispa, and Arah. The sons of Ula, Arah, Haniel, and Raziah. All these were the children of Asher, heads of their fathers' families, select mighty warriors, chiefs of the princes. According to the genealogical list, the number of soldiers for battle was 26,000. Chapter 8. Benjamin begot Bela, his firstborn, Ashbel the second, Ahara the third, Noha the fourth, and Rapha the fifth. The sons of Bela were Adar, Garah, and Abihud, Abishua, Naaman, Ahoa, Gera, Shephupham, and Huram. Those were the sons of Ehud. Those were the heads of families who drove out the inhabitants of Gabah to Manahath. Naaman, Ahijah, and Gera drove them out. He begot Uzzah and Ahihud. Shaharaim begot children in the field of Moab after he had divorced Hushim and Baalrah, his wives. By his wife Hodesh he begot Jobab, Zibiah, Misha, Melcham, Jeuz, Sakiah, and Mirma. These were his sons, heads of families. By Hushim he begot Abitub and Elpaal. The sons of Elpaal, Eber, Misham, Shamed, who built Ono and Lod and their towns, Bariah and Shema, who were heads of the families of the inhabitants of Aijalon, who drove away the inhabitants of Gath. Ahio, Shashak, Jeremoth, Zebediah, Arad, Eder, Michael, Ispa, and Johab were the sons of Bariah. Zebediah, Meshulam, his key, Heber, Ishmariah, Isliah, and Jobab were also the sons of Elpaal. Jakim, Zikri, Zabdi, Elianai, Zelathai, Eliel, Adiah, Bariah, and Shemarath were the sons of Shema. Ishpan, Eber, Eliel, Abdon, Zikri, Hanan, Hananiah, Elam, Antatiah, Ifdiah, and Penuel were the sons of Shashak. Shamsharai, Shehariah, Athaliah, Jaarasiah, Eliah, and Zikri were the sons of Jeroham. These were the heads of families, leaders by the generations. They settled in Jerusalem. And in Gibeon settled the founder of Gibeon. His wife's name was Ma'akah. His firstborn son, was Abdon, then Zer, Kish, Baal, Nadab, Gedor, Ahio, Zechar, and Mikloth, who begot Shemaiah. They also settled across from their kinsmen in Jerusalem with their kinsmen. Ner begot Kish, Kish begot Saul, Saul begot Jonathan, Malchishua, Abinadab, and Eshbal. The son of Jonathan was Meribal. Meribal begot Micah, the sons of Micah, Pithon, Melech, Tereah, and Ahaz. Ahaz begot Jehoiada. Jehoiada begot Alemeth, Asmaveth, and Zimri. Zimri begot Mosa. Mosa begot Benaiah. Rapha was his son. Eleasah was his son. Azel was his son. Azel had 6 sons, and these were their names: Azrikam, Bakaru, Ishmael, Sheariah, Obadiah, and Hanan. All these were the sons of Azel. The sons of his brother Eshek: Ulam his firstborn, Jehus the second, and Ephelet the third. No, Eliphalet the third. The sons of Ulam were men who were mighty warriors, archers, and had many sons and grandsons, 150. All these were among the sons of Benjamin. chapter 9. All of Yasharal registered their genealogies. They are recorded in the book of the kings of Yasharal. Judah was exiled to Babylonia for their treachery. The first inhabitants to settle in the land of their possession, in their cities, were the Yasharalites, the Kohanim, the Levites, and the Nethanim. In Jerusalem there settled some of the children of Judah, some of the children of Benjamin, and some of the children of Ephraim and Manasseh. Uthai, son of Amihud, son of Amri, son of Imri, son of Bani, and of the sons of Perez, son of Judah. Of the Shilonites, Asaiah, the firstborn, and his sons. Of the sons of Zerah, Jeuel, and 690 of their brethren. Of the sons of Benjamin, Salu, son of Meshulam, son of Hodaviah, son of Hasanua, and Ibneiah, son of Jeroham, and Elah, son of Uzi, son of Mikri, and Meshulam, son of Shephatiah, son of Reuel, son of Ibneiah, and 956 of their kinsmen according to their generations. All these men were heads of the family in their fathers' families. Of the Kohanim, Jediah, Jehoiarib, Jakin, Azariah, son of Hilkiah, son of Meshulam, son of Zadok, son of Meraioth, son of Ahitub, the supervisor of the temple of Elohim, Adiah, son of Jeroham, son of Pashur, son of Malchijah, and Maaseiah, son of Adiel, son of Jazerah, son of Meshulam, son of Mashelemith, son of Emer, and 1,760 of their kinsmen, heads of their families, fathers' families, accomplished experts in the work of the service of the temple of Elohim. Of the Levites, Shemaiah, son of Hashub, son of Azrikam, son of Hashabiah, and the sons of Merari, Bakar, Heresh, Galal, Mattaniah, son of Micah, son of Zikri, son of Asaph, Obadiah, son of Shemaiah, son of Galal, son of Jeduthun, and Berechiah, son of Asa, son of Elkanah, who dwelled in the villages of the Netophathite. The gatekeepers, Shallum, Akub, Taman, Ahiman, and their kinsmen. Shallum was the chief. As before at the king's gate in the east, they were gatekeepers for the Levite camps. Shallum, son of Kor, son of Abiasaph, son of Korah, and his kinsmen of his father's families. The Korahites were in charge of the work of the service, guarding the doorways of the tent of meeting as their fathers had been in charge of the camp of Yahweh, as guards of the entryway. Phinehas, son of Eleazar, had been the supervisor over them in former times, for Yahweh was with him. Zechariah, son of Meshelemiah, was gatekeeper of the entrance of the tent of meeting. All those who were chosen to be gatekeepers at the doorways were 212 men. All these were registered by their genealogies in their villages. They were the ones whom David and Samuel the seer established in their permanent positions. So they and their children were in charge of the gates of the temple of Yahweh, the house of the tent of meeting, in shifts. The gatekeepers were to be at the four directions: east, west, north, and south. The kinsmen in their villages were also to come for 7 days, from time to time with these. For these Levites, the four principal gatekeepers were permanently established. They were also in charge of the chambers and treasuries of the temple of Elohim. They slept in the environs of the temple of Elohim. Alarm went off. Hold up. Where was I at? Temple of Elohim, verse 27. They slept in the environs of the temple of Elohim, for they were responsible to guard it, and they were in charge of opening the doors every morning. Some of them were in charge of the ministering vessels, for they would put them in by number and bring them out by number. Some of them were appointed over the other vessels, all the articles of the sanctuary and of fine flour, the wine, the oil, the frankincense, and the spices. but those who blended the mixture of the spices were from among the Kohanim. Mattathiah, one of the Levites, he was the firstborn of Shallum the Korahite. He had the permanent position over the offerings that were made in the pans. Others of their kinsmen of the sons of the Kohathites were in charge of the bread of array, to prepare it every Shabbat. These were the singers, family heads of the Levites, in the chambers of Petzurim, for their work was upon them day and night. These were the family of the heads of the Levites, heads over their descendants. They lived in Jerusalem. Jael, the founder of Gibeon, settled in Gibeon. His wife's name was Ma'akah. His firstborn was Abdon, then Zer, Kish, Baal, Ner, Nadab, Gedor, Ahio, Zechariah, and Mikloth. Mikloth begot Shemeim. They also settled across from their kinsmen in Jerusalem with their kinsmen. Ner begot Kish, Kish begot Saul, Saul begot Jonathan, Malchishua, Abinadab, and Eshbaal. The son of Jonathan was Meribel. Meribel begot Micah. The sons of Micah, Pithon, Melech, Tahariah, and Ahaz, who begot Jarrah. Jarrah begot Alameth, Asmaveth, and Zimri. Zimri begot Moza. Moza begot Benaiah. Raphiah was his son. Elisah was his son. Azel was his son. Azel had 6 sons, and these were their names: Azrikam, Bakru, Ishmael, Sheariah, Obadiah, and Hanan. These were the sons of Azel. Chapter 10. The Philistines battled with Yasharal. The men of Yasharal fled from before the Philistines and fell slain upon Mount Gilboa. The Philistines then caught up with Saul and with his sons, and the Philistines slew Jonathan, Abinadab, and Malchishua, Saul's sons. The battle then grew fierce against Saul, and the archers found him. He was terrified of the archers. Saul said to his armor-bearer, "Draw your sword and stab me with it, lest these uncircumcised people come and make sport of me." But his armor-bearer did not consent, for he was very frightened. So Saul took the sword and fell upon it. When the armor-bearer saw that Saul was dying, he too fell upon his sword and died. So Saul and his 3 sons died, and his entire household died together. When all the men of Yasharal who were in the valley saw that they had fled, and that Saul and his sons had died, they abandoned their cities and fled, and the Philistines came and settled in them. It happened the next day, when the Philistines came to plunder the corpses, and they found the bodies of Saul and his sons fallen on Mount Gilboa. They stripped him, and they removed his head and his gear, and sent heralds all about the land of the Philistines to inform those in their temple of their idols and the people. They placed his gear in the temple of their gods, and they hung up his skull in Beth Dagon. All the inhabitants of Yabesh Gilead heard about all that the Philistines had done to Saul, and all the daring men arose, and they carried the remains of Saul and the remains of his sons and took them back to Yabesh. They then buried their bones under the terebinth tree in Yabesh, and they fasted 7 days. Thus Saul died because of the betrayal by which he betrayed Yahweh, because of the command of Yahweh that he did not keep, and also for consulting necromancy to seek out and not seeking out Yahweh, so that he caused him to die, and he transferred the kingship to David, son of Jesse. Chapter 11. Shalom. All of Yasharal gathered together to David in Hebron, saying, "Behold, we are your bone and your flesh. Even yesterday and before yesterday, even when Saul was king, you were the one who led Yasharal out and led them in. And Yahweh your Elohim has said of you, you shall shepherd my people Yasharal, and you shall be ruler over my people Yasharal." All the elders of Yasharal came to the king at Hebron, and David sealed a covenant with them in Hebron. They anointed David as king of Yasharal in accordance with the word of Yahweh through Samuel. David and all of Yasharal went to Jerusalem, which is Jebus. The Jebusite, the inhabitants of the land were there. The inhabitants of Jebus I gotta say it differently because that's what I call JC. The inhabitants of Jebus told Dawid, "You shall not enter here." But Dawid captured the Zion fortress, which is the city of Dawid. Dawid declared, "Whoever strikes the Jebusite first will become a chief and an officer." Joab, son of Zeruiah, was the first to go up, and he became a chief. Dawid settled in the fortress. Therefore, they called it the city of Dawid. He built up the city all around, from the Millo to the surrounding wall, while Joab restored the rest of the city. Dawid grew continuously greater, and Yahweh, master allegiance, was with him. These are the chief warriors of Dawid, who strove for him in his kingship, along with all the Yasharol, to crown him in accordance with the word of Yahweh concerning Yasharol. This is the tally of Dawid's warriors. The one who sat in the assembly, a sagacious man, the head of the captains. He wielded his spear over 300 slain men at one time. After him was Eleazar, son of Dodo, the Ahohite. He was among the three mighty men. One who was with David in Pasdamim, where the Philistines had gathered for battle. There was a portion of the field full of barley, and the people had fled from before the Philistines. They stood in the middle of the portion and saved it, and smote the Philistines, and Yahweh caused a great salvation. Once 3 men of the 30 chiefs went down to Crag, to Dawid, to the cave of Adullam, and the Philistine camp was encamped in the valley of Rephaim. Dawid was then in the stronghold at that time, and there was in the stronghold at that time, and there was a Philistine garrison in Bethlehem. Dawid had a craving and said, "If only someone could give me water to drink from the well of Bethlehem, which is in the city gate." So the 3 broke into the camp of the Philistines and drew water from the well of Bethlehem, which is at the gate, and they carried it and brought it to Dawid. But Dawid refused to drink it, and he poured it out unto Yahweh. He said, "Far be it from me before my Elohim to do this. Shall I drink what is tantamount to the blood of these men by their lives? For they risked their lives to bring it." And he refused to drink it. These are what the 3 mighty men did. Abishai, Joab's brother, he was the head of the 3. He wielded his spear over 300 slain men. He was well known among the 3. Of the 3, he was more honored than the other 2, and he became their leader. But he did not compare to the first 3. Benaiah, son of Jehoiada, was a valiant man of many achievements from Kabzeel. He struck down the 2 commanders of Moab, and he also went down and slew a lion in the middle of a well on a snowy day. He also struck down the Egyptian man, a man of imposing size, 5 cubits tall. The Egyptian had a spear as thick as a weaver's beam. He came down upon him with a stick, stole the spear from out the hand of the Egyptian, and killed him with his own spear. These are the things that Benaiah, son of Jehoiada, did. He was well known among the 3 mighty men. He was more honored than the 30, but he did not compare to the first 3, and Dawid set him as his confidant. The mighty warriors, Joab's brother Asahel, Elhanan, son of Dodo of Bethlehem, Shamoth the Hararite, Helez the Pelonite, Ira, son of Ikesh, Tekoite, Abiezer the Anathothite, Sibekai the Hushathite, Eli the Ahohite, Marah the Netophathite, Helez, son of Baana of Netophathite, Ithai, son of Ribai, from Gibeah of the children of Benjamin, Benaiah the Pirathonite, Hittiah from Nahale Gaash, Abiel the Arbathite, Asmaveth the Baharumite, Eliabah the Sha'albanite, the sons of Hashem, the Gizonite. It is a Hashem. That's why I don't like when people call the Most High Hashem, because there's somebody right here got that same name. The sons of Hashem, the Gizonite, Jonathan, son of Shageh, the Hararite, Ahiam, son of Sakar, the Hararite, Eliphaz, son of Hefer, the Mecherathite, yeah. Ahijah the Pelonite, Hezro the Carmelite, Naarah, son of Esbai, Joel, brother of Nathan, Mibhar, son of Hagri, Zelek the Ammonite, Narai the Berothite, who was Joab, son of Zeruiah's armor bearer, Ira the Ithrite, Gareb the Ithrite, Uriah the Hittite, Uriah the Hittite, Zabad, son of Allah, Adina, son of Shiza the Reubenite, the head of the Reubenites, and with him 30 men. Hanan, son of Ma'akah, Josaphat the Mithnite, Uzziah the Ashterathite, Shammah and Jael, the sons of Hotham the Ararite, Jediel, son of Shimri, Johah his brother, the Tizite, Eliel of the Mahavites, Jerubbah and Josephiah, the sons of Elnaam, Ithmah the Moabite, Eliel, Obed, and Jaasiel the Mesobite, Mesobite, whatever. How do you say that? Well, I'm glad they didn't have these names in the spelling bee in the second grade. I would have been in trouble. Chapter 12. These are the men who came to Dawid at Ziklag while he was still in hiding from Saul, son of Kish. They were among the mighty men who helped in war, armed with bows, both right-handed and left-handed, and slinging stones, or shooting arrows with a bow, of the kinsmen of Saul from Benjamin. The chief was Ahiezer and Joash, the sons of Shemaah, the Gibeathite, Jeziel and Pelet, the sons of Asmaveth, Baraka, Jehu the Anathothite, Ishmaiah, the Gibeonite, who was like one of the 30 mighty men, and even superior to the 30 men. Jeremiah, Jahaziel, Johanan, Josabad, Eluzai, Jerimoth, Beliah, Shemariah, Shephatiah, the Haruphite, Elkanah, Ishiah, Azarel, Jerezer, and Jashobeam, the Korahites, Jolah, and Zebediah, the sons of Jeroham of Gedud. Some of the men of the Gadites defected to Dawid, to the stronghold in the wilderness, mighty warriors, soldiers who wielded shields and bucklers. Their faces were like the face of a lion, and they were fleet as deer on the mountains. Ezer the head, Obadiah the second, Eliab the third, Mishmana the fourth, Jeremiah the fifth, Attai the sixth, Eliel the seventh, Johanan the eighth, Elzabad the ninth, Jeremiah the 10th, Machbanai the 11th. These were the heads of the army from the children of Gad. The least was equal to 100 men, and the greatest to 1,000 men. These were the ones who crossed the Jordan during the first month, when it was overflowing of all of its banks, and they chased away all of the residents of the valleys to the east and to the west. Some of the children of Benjamin and Judah came to Dawid's stronghold. Dawid came out before them and spoke up, saying to them, "If you have come to me in peace to assist me, then my will is to unite with you. But if you come to trick me for my enemies, though there is no injustice on my part, may the Elohim of our fathers see it and pass judgment." A spirit then garbed Amasai, the head of the captains. "We are yours, Dawid, and we are with you, son of Jesse. Peace, peace unto you, and peace unto those who assist you, for your Elohim assists you." Dawid accepted them and made them heads of troops. Also, some people of Manasseh fell in with Dawid when he accompanied the Philistines to battle against Saul. But he did not help the Philistines, for the Philistine governors advised to send him away, saying, "With our heads he will fall in with his master Saul." When he went to Ziklag, people of Manasseh defected to him. Adnah, Jozabad, Jediel, Michael, Jozabad, Elihu, and Zilithai, who were captains of thousands from Manasseh. They helped David against the troop, for they were almighty warriors, and they became officers in the army. For constantly, day after day, people came to Dawid to assist him until there was a large camp, like a camp of Elohim. This is the count of the leaders of those mobilized for the army, who came to Dawid at Hebron to transfer Saul's kingship over to him in accordance with the word of Yahweh. The children of Judah, bearers of shields and spears, 6,800 mobilized for the army. Of the children of Simeon, 7,100 mighty warriors for the army. Of the children of Levi, 4,600, and Jehoiada, the leader of Aaron's descendants, and with him 3,700, and Zadok, a young man who was a mighty warrior, with 22 officers of his father's family. Of the children of Benjamin, Saul's kinsmen, 3,000 men, most of whom had been maintaining their loyalty to the house of Saul. Of the children of Ephraim, 20,800 mighty warriors, men of renown in their families. Of the half tribe of Manasseh, 18,000 men who had been designated by name to come and crown Dawid king. Of the children of Issachar, men with understanding for the times, to know what Yasharal should do, 200 chiefs, with all their kinsmen following their counsel. Of Zebulun, 50,000 men going out in the army, who deployed themselves for war with all kinds of weapons of war, who arrayed themselves without hesitancy. Of Naphtali, 1,000 officers, and with them 37,000 men with shields and spears. Of the Danites, 28,600 men who deployed themselves for war. Of Asher, 40,000 men who went out to the army to deploy themselves for war. From the other side of the Jordan, of the Reubenite, the Gadite, and half tribe of Manasseh, 120,000 men with all the weapons of a fighting army. All of these were men of war who were arrayed in formation. They came to Hebron wholeheartedly to crown Dawid king over all of Yasharal. Furthermore, all the remainder of Yasharal had a united heart to crown Dawid king. They stayed there with Dawid for 3 days, eating and drinking, for their kinsmen had prepared for them. Furthermore, those close to them, up to Issachar and Zebulun and Naphtali, brought provisions by donkey, by camel, by mule, and by ox, food of flour, dried figs, raisins, wine, oil, and much cattle and sheep, for there was joy in Yasharal. 13. Dawid consulted with the officers of thousands and of hundreds, with every leader. Dawid said to the entire congregation of Yasharal, "If it seems good to you and to Yahweh our Elohim, let us send out far and wide to our remaining brethren in all of the lands of Yasharal, and with them to the Kohanim and Levites in their cities surrounded by their open areas, and let them gather together to us, and let us transfer the ark of our Elohim to us, for we did not seek it out in the days of Saul." The entire congregation said to do so, for the matter met with the approval of the entire people. Dawid gathered all of Yasharal, from the Shihor River to Yasharal. "If it seems good to you and to Yahweh our Elohim, let us send out far and wide to our remaining brethren in all of the lands of Yasharal, and with them to the Kohanim and Levites in their cities surrounded by their open areas, and let them gather together to us, and let us transfer the ark of our Elohim to us, for we did not seek it out in the days of Saul." The entire congregation said to do so, for the matter met with the approval of the entire people. Dawid gathered all of Yasharal, from the Shihor River of Egypt to the approach of Hamath, to bring the ark of Elohim from Kiriath Jearim. Dawid and all of Yasharal went up to Baal, to Kiriath Jearim of Judah, to bring up from there the ark of Yahweh, the ark of Elohim, Yahweh, who is enthroned upon the cherubim, which is called by his name. They placed the ark of Elohim upon a new wagon, from the house of Abinadab. Uzzah and Ahio guided the wagon. Dawid and all of Yasharal were rejoicing before Elohim with all their might, with songs and with harps, lyres, drums, cymbals, and trumpets. They came to the threshing floor of Chidon, and Uzzah sent out his hand to grasp the ark, for the oxen had dislodged it. Yahweh became angry at Uzzah, and he struck him for sending out his hand to the ark, and he died there before Elohim. Dawid was upset with himself because Yahweh had inflicted a breach against Uzzah. He called that place Perez Uzzah, which means breach of Uzzah. which is its name to this day. Dawid feared Elohim on that day, saying, "How can I bring the ark of Elohim to myself?" So Dawid did not move the ark to himself to the city of Dawid, and he diverted it to the house of Obed-Edom, the Gittite. The ark of Elohim remained at the house of Obed-Edom in his house for 3 months, and Yahweh blessed Obed-Edom's household and all that was his. 14. Huram, king of Tyre, sent a delegation to Dawid with cedar wood, wall artisans, and carpenters to build him a palace. Dawid realized that Yahweh had established him as king over Yasharal, for his kingdom was greatly exalted, for the sake of his people Yasharal. Dawid married additional wives in Jerusalem after he came there from Hebron, and David begot more sons and daughters. These are the names of those born to him in Jerusalem: Shammua, Shobab, Nathan, Solomon, Ibhar, Elishua, Elpidlet, Noga, Nepheg, Japhia, Elishama, Beeliada, and Eliphalet. The Philistines heard that Dawid had been anointed as king of Yasharal, so all the Philistines came up to seek out Dawid. Dawid heard, and he went out before them. The Philistines came and spread out in the valley of Rephaim. Dawid inquired of Elohim, saying, "Shall I go up against the Philistines? Will you deliver them into my hands?" And Yahweh answered Dawid, "Go up, and I shall deliver them into your hands." They came up to the plain of Perazim, and Dawid struck them there. Dawid said, "Elohim has broken down my enemies through my hand, as water breaches a barrier." Therefore that place is called the plain of Perazim, which means the Philistines had left their... The Philistine... No, never mind. I read that wrong. It's called the plain of Perazim. Verse 12. The Philistines had left their gods behind them. Dawid gave the command, and they were burned in fire. The Philistines once again spread out in the valley. Dawid inquired of Elohim again, and Elohim said to him, "Do not go after them, but circle around from them and approach them from opposite the mulberry trees. And it shall be that when you hear a sound of marching at the tops of the mulberry trees, then you shall go out to do battle. For Yahweh will have gone out before you to strike at the Philistine camp." Dawid did as Elohim had commanded him, and he struck the Philistine camp from Gibeon until the approach to Gazer. Dawid's fame spread throughout all the lands, and Yahweh placed his fear upon all the nations. Chapter 15, Shalom. This is the last chapter we're doing tonight. I gotta get something done real quick after this. All right. Chapter 15. He built houses for himself in the city of Dawid. He also prepared a place for the ark of Elohim, pitching a tent for it. At that time, Dawid gave the command that no one but the Levites was to carry the ark of Elohim, for it was them whom Yahweh had chosen to carry the ark of Elohim and to minister before him forever. Dawid assembled all Yasharal to Jerusalem to bring up the ark of Elohim to its place that he had prepared for it. Dawid gathered together the sons of Aaron and the Levites. Of the sons of Kohath, Uriel the chief, and 120 of his kinsmen. Of the sons of Merari, Asaiah the chief, and 220 of his kinsmen. Of the sons of Gershon, Joel the chief, and 130 of his kinsmen. Of the sons of Elisaphan, Shemaiah the chief, and 200 of his kinsmen. Of the sons of Hebron, Eliel the chief, and 80 of his kinsmen. Of the sons of Uziel, Aminadab the chief, and 112 of his kinsmen. Dawid called for Zadok and Abiathar, the Kohanim, and the Levites Uriel, Asaiah, Joel, Shemaiah, Eliel, and Aminadab. And he said to them, "You, the family heads of the Levites, you and your kinsmen, sanctify yourselves and bring up the ark of Yahweh, Elohim of Yasharal, to the place I have prepared for it. For the first time, it was not you. Yahweh or Elohim dealt harshly with us, for we did not seek him out as was proper." So the Kohanim and the Levites sanctified themselves to bring up the ark of Yahweh, Elohim of Yasharal. The sons of the Levites carried the ark of Elohim as Moshe had commanded, in accordance with the word of Yahweh, on their shoulders by staffs upon them. Dawid instructed the officers of the Levites to set up their kinsmen who made music with musical instruments, lyres, harps, and cymbals, making themselves heard, to raise their voices in joy. So the Levites appointed Heman, son of Joel, and one of his kinsmen, Asaph, son of Berechiah, and of the sons of Merari, their kinsmen, Ethan, son of Cushiah, and with them were their kinsmen. Next in rank, Zechariah, Ben, Jaaziel, Shemiramoth, Jehiel, Uni, Eliab, Benaiah, Maaseiah, Mattathiah, Eliphalelu, Lehu, Mikneiah, Obed-Edom, and Jeiel, the gatekeepers. The musicians, Heman, Asaph, and Ethan sounded the brass cymbals, and Zechariah, Aziel, Shemiramoth, Jehiel, Uni, Eliab, Maaseiah, and Benaiah played the lyre upon Alamoth. Mattathiah, Eliphalehu, Mikneiah, Obed-Edom, Jeiel, and Azaziah led the music of the harps upon the 8-string instrument. Chenaniah was the officer over the Levites for the pitch of the singing. He oversaw the pitch because he was an expert. Berechiah and Elkanah were gatekeepers for the ark. Shebaniah, Josaphat, Nathanael, Amasai, Zechariah, Benaiah, and Eleazar. The Kohanim blew the trumpets before the ark of Elohim, and Obed-Edom and Jehiah were gatekeepers for the ark. Dawid and the elders of Yasharol and the officers of thousands who went to bring up the ark of the covenant of Yahweh from Obed-Edom's house were exuberant. It happened that because Elohim helped the Levites who were carrying the ark of the covenant of Yahweh, they offered as sacrifices 7 bulls and 7 rams. Dawid was clothed in linen robe, as were all the Levites who carried the ark, and the musicians, and Chenaniah, the officer over the pitch of the singers. Dawid had on him a linen tunic. All the Yasharal brought up the ark of the covenant of Yahweh with joyous shouts, and the sound of the shofar, with trumpets and cymbals sounding among the lyres and harps. It happened as the ark of Yahweh arrived at the city of Dawid. Michal, daughter of Saul, peered out the window and saw King Dawid dancing and cavorting before Yahweh, and she became contemptuous of him in her heart. All right, y'all, that's all for the night. I gotta take care of something. All praise to the Most High, Yahweh Kai. Shalom.